After studying this module, you shall be able to know the various types of cost, identify the different components of investment, operational and liquidation cost, understand how the total costs are built up in undertaking a project, analyze the cost into investment, operational and liquidation cost, evaluate the significance of liquidation cost. To begin with, projects are undertaken to generate profits and benefits, but they require a lot of expenditure to be incurred. The smooth setup and running of the business would require costs to be incurred at every step, whether in the initial startups as investment cost or in the running of the business as operating cost. Besides, it may not always be possible that the firm is always successful. Sometimes it may run continuously in losses and may require winding up or liquidation. This will also involve liquidation and legal cost. The investment, operating and liquidation cost are of various types and they vary from industry to industry. In this module, we shall be discussing about the various types of investment, operational and liquidation cost.
First, we will discuss about cost. Costs are expenditure incurred by the enterprise in expectation of deriving some future benefits. Once the projects are found to be technically feasible and commercially viable, the next step is to check it for financial soundness. The project has to be appraised financially by determining the cost and benefits. If the benefits turn out to be more than the cost, the project is acceptable. But definitely, the first step is to estimate the cost of the project. Some costs are to be incurred initially and therefore called as investment cost, which some are incurred over the years in day-to-day running of the operations of the business and therefore they are termed as operating cost. Each project has a life cycle and it does come to an end. The costs associated with the termination of project are also relevant. Sometimes the projects do not go as per expectations and there might be constant losses. In such a situation, the terminal cost become financial distress and bankruptcy cost. It is comparatively easy to find investment cost as they are to be incurred in the current period of time and there is no uncertainty prevailing. But operating and terminal cost are generally future projections and can go haywire. Despite all uncertainties, best efforts should be made to estimate all the future cost, whether investment, operational, or terminal. There are three types of cost: investment cost, operational cost, liquidation cost. Investment cost. The term investment cost refers to the cost incurred in initial phase of the project on various types of fixed assets like land, building, plant, etc. It also includes the amount required for preliminary expenses, pre-operative expenses, etc. A major portion of the total cost are incurred in the initial phase itself. Besides, the sourcing of these costs in the form of capital has to be provided from somewhere as the project is not generating anything. These entail heavy expenditure also. The major areas in which these costs are incurred are as follows. Land and site development cost. These are heavy expenditure and the location of the project is of utmost importance for its viability. Therefore, without compromising the locational aspects. Costs have to be incurred on land and site development. Land being a limited resource is quite heavy expenditure, especially like a country in India where there is huge population. While finding the cost on land and development, various considerations have to be kept in mind. For example, whether there is any place where the central or the state government is giving subsidies, being backward area or so. Sometimes the sales tax benefits are also available to the industries located in a particular area, either in the form of interest-free sales tax, deferments, or sales tax exemptions. Income tax also allows certain tax exemptions due to the locational aspect of a project based on the need for the development of the area. Let us take an example where the land required for the project is 5,000 square feet costing rupees 400 lakhs and would require another rupees 200 lakhs for development of the site. The total of land and site development cost can be exhibited as shown in the following table. Table 1. Example of land and site development cost. Building and civil works. Another major area of cost of investments is building and civil works. The cost under this head can be further divided into cost of factory building and other civil works like storehouse, warehouse, administrative block, etc. Generally, if the projects are of shorter implementation period, say up to 1 year, then current cost of building material and construction charges should be used. But if the project is going to take longer period for implementation, then the cost should be adjusted for inflation. Plant and machinery. The cost of plant and machinery should be divided into cost of imported machinery and indigenously procured and also into installation cost or otherwise. The cost of imported machinery should be converted into local currency as well as the custom and other duties should be added. In case of large projects, provision of escalation should be made by adding the latest figures of annual inflation to machinery multiplied by the length of the delivery period. Example 1. XYZ Limited is interested in setting up a new unit for which they want to ensure the amount of total expenditure in plant and machinery. They come across a consultant who handed them the list of following costs related to the project. Plant and machinery indigenously procured rupees 400 lakhs. An excise duty of 10% shall be paid in addition to the cost of machinery, and installation charge of rupees 10 lakhs have to be borne by the purchaser. Some part of plant and machinery used in the project has to be imported from USA, but the vendor is willing to raise the invoice in home currency. Custom duty on import has to be paid rupees 30 lakhs on the cost of machinery of rupees 250 lakhs. Shares will have to be issued to raise the capital, and it would also entail an expenditure of 3 lakhs as share issue expenses. Some direct charges related to the machinery are rupees 10 lakhs. Prepare a table showing the total cost to be incurred on plant and machinery. Solution. The following table shows the total cost to be incurred on plant and machinery. Share issue expenses will not form part of plant and machinery. Other fixed assets. Sometimes there are certain fixed assets not specifically used in the manufacture of products but necessary in the manufacture of products. These may be common to many industries and examples include generator sets, boilers, etc. They constitute a large part of the project. Pre-operative expenses. Till the date of actual commercial production, a lot of expenditure is incurred. These include promotional expenses, training expenses, traveling expenses, rents, etc. Preliminary expenses. These include expenses in forming the entity, like if the firm wants to run itself as a company, it has to get itself registered and get a memorandum and articles of association printed. All these are also initial investment cost. Know-how fees. This is a one-time fees that is given to the provider of know-how and will be part of the investment cost. Contingency cost. Sometimes there is need to provide for contingencies also. A project is expected to generate earnings in future, but future being uncertain, there is always a need to provide for contingencies. Starting from the before read two tables, which are example of land and building cost and plant and machinery cost, and assuming other cost of other fixed assets to be rupees 500 lakhs, know-how fees to be rupees 1000 lakhs, and preliminary and pre-operative expenses to be rupees 200 lakhs, and also providing rupees 150 as contingencies. This table gives a complete picture of total investment cost. Operational cost. The operational cost include the cost of production as well as cost incurred to sell the product in the markets. The various types of cost associated with the operations of business are as follows. Raw material cost. These are the main cost involved in operations, particularly if it is a material intensive industry. Along with the raw material is the need for other chemicals and consumables and certain other components used in the manufacturing of a product. So, these are also part of operational cost. Royalties. Sometimes the nature of work is such that the producer is required to pay royalties to the owner of the site. For example, in the case of coal industry, when coal is extracted from the coal mines, the miner is required to pay royalties to the owner of the site for every ton of coal carried. Utilities. Raw material and other components are not self-sufficient in producing the goods. They also require utilities like power, fuel, water, and other essentials. Labor. This is another important component of operational cost. Without the labor, no product can be manufactured. Even the most highly automated machines cannot function without the help of labor. The labor is in the form of direct workers who are operative as well as the labor which is supervising the workers. Under the labor and supervision cost, the size of the labor force, skill required from the labor, and the wage rate payable to them are the essential factors which determine the total wage bill. While taking the wage rate, care must be taken to consider the prevailing statutory rates applicable in the area where the plant is located as well as the rates given by similar firms in the similar locality. Provision should also be made for allowances and contribution to various statutory funds. Repairs and maintenance cost. Repairs and maintenance also form part of important operating cost. If there are certain special plant and equipment, they may need special care and attention. Otherwise, the cost of repair generally comes out to be 3 to 4% of the value of fixed assets in the initial years, and subsequently it increases. When the maintenance costs are incurred regularly and in the right amount, the cost of repairs tend to be low, but if cost of maintenance is not appropriate, then the repair cost increases. Timely replacement of machines and other fixed assets also lower the repairs and maintenance cost. Lighting and electricity. One of the major operating costs is lighting and electricity. These costs are incurred throughout the year and may tend to vary slightly due to the changes in season. Rents and taxes. Another operating cost which cannot be avoided. Rents are generally for buildings, etc., but sometimes plant and machineries are also taken on hire. Government taxes cannot be at all avoided. However, with proper planning, these can be to some extent reduced. Insurance premium. Whenever a firm is operating, it faces many risks of loss or destruction of assets. Therefore, it must get all its assets insured and transfer some part of the risk to the insurance companies. The premiums paid for this insurance is a part of operational cost. Administration expenses. The cost incurred for managing the whole organization are part of operating cost, which includes salary of the manager, directors and auditors, etc. Selling and distribution cost. The firm has to ensure that its manufactured products are sold in the market and they reach the markets for sale. For this purpose, selling expenses on advertisements, attractive packing and other expenses are required to be incurred. The goods must reach the markets for which packing and transportation costs are also incurred. Other expenses. There are certain other charges also which include depreciation and interest charges and provision for taxation. The provisions should be made for depreciation to replace the machines or assets as they near the end of their life. This provision can be made either on straight line basis or written down value method. This provision is later adjusted as per the income tax rates for the purpose of taxation. While calculating the depreciation, the interest paid before the asset starts commercial production should be capitalized. The provisions for financial charges should be made on the basis of actuals, taking into account the applicable interest rates. Next is the provision of taxation, which should be made after proper tax planning and taking the benefits of all exemptions and deductions. Example of operating cost. Operating cost includes various costs like material cost, labor cost, utilities, rent and taxes, repairs and maintenance, lighting and electricity, insurance, administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses, which gives a total of rupees 400 lakhs as per this table. Sometimes the firm is also interested in finding out the cost per unit of production. For this, it may prepare a cost sheet. Example: Evershine Limited is interested in finding the cost per unit of two types of products that it manufactures using same type of raw material and using the same type of skilled workers. It takes 5 kg of raw material and 3 hours of skilled workers to manufacture the first category of product, whereas the second category uses 3 kilos of raw material and 1 hour of skilled workers. The raw material is available at the rate of rupees 10 per kg and skilled workers are paid at the rate of rupees 20 per hour. Find the unit cost of material and labor for manufacturing the two categories of the product. Solution: the unit cost of material and labor for manufacturing the two categories of the product is represented and given below in the following table. Liquidation cost. Whenever a major investment is made, costs are considered. The major focus is, however, on initial investment cost and operational cost. Little emphasis has so far been given to the liquidation cost or bankruptcy cost. They also play an important role in determining the complete cost. We assume that capital markets are perfect and the assets will be realized at their book values. But when assets are realized, they do not realize their economic value. There are significant costs involved in liquidation of assets. Just like legal and administrative costs, these costs are also significant. The assets realize less than their book value or economic value. This is termed as bankruptcy cost or deadweight loss. The lenders also assume ex post bankruptcy cost, and this reduces the value of the firm. But they would pass on the ex ante bankruptcy cost to the shareholders only, and thus the value of firm will be reduced. The higher the extent of leverage, the higher will be the bankruptcy cost. Thus, bankruptcy costs include legal, administrative, and accounting cost. However, there are other costs which are incurred even before bankruptcy as the firm weakens. Whenever the financial position weakens, several costs are incurred even before bankruptcy. These costs are called as financial distress cost. The loss of reputation due to the declining financial health will also cost the firm. Thus, one can say that any loss in value that can be attributed to the financial weakness is termed as financial distress cost. These financial distress costs can further be classified into three main categories, which are as follows. People start fearing the existence of the firm and start looking for alternatives, and thereby the firm loses its clients and competitiveness in the market and products. The firm is not in a position to avail good opportunities in the market due to the lack of availability of funds. It may rather be forced to sell its profitable divisions to garner liquidity. To retain the existing stakeholders, the firm has to give discounts to its customers and have to compensate other stakeholders in some or the other manner. Employees have to be made to feel secure. They may demand higher wages, and despite that, they may leave. When new employees are hired, they need to be trained and higher cost will be incurred. When a firm is incurring constant losses, it loses the benefit of tax shield. It does not get the benefit of tax shield on depreciation or on interest, and thereby the cost of debt becomes very high.
Once the projects are found to be technically feasible and commercially viable, the next step is to check it for financial soundness. The project has to be appraised financially by determining the cost and benefits. Some costs are to be incurred initially and therefore called as investment cost, while some are incurred over the years in day-to-day running of the business and therefore they are termed as operating cost. Investment costs are incurred in the initial phase, which is majorly on land building, plant and machinery, as well as pre-operative and preliminary cost. The operational cost include the cost of production as well as cost incurred to sell the product in the markets. The various types of cost associated with the operation of businesses are as follows: raw material cost, royalties, utilities, labor repairs and maintenance cost, lighting and electricity, administration expenses, selling and distribution cost, etc. Liquidation cost. Little emphasis has so far been given to the liquidation cost or bankruptcy cost. They also play an important role in determining the complete cost. They are also significant and termed as bankruptcy cost or deadweight loss. The higher the extent of leverage, the higher will be the bankruptcy cost. However, there are other costs which are incurred even before bankruptcy as the firm weakens. These costs are called as financial distress cost. The loss of reputation due to the declining financial health will also cost the firm very high.